me, Sam, and this is By Hook or By Needles. And today I thought what I would do was compare these 4 100% acrylic yarns. They vary in price, they vary in softness. 2 of them are anti-pill, the rest aren't. They vary very, very slightly in length. The pricing varies. The availability of colors varies. There's a lot of differences between them, but there's also, a fair few similarities. So what I thought I'd do is just go through, rather than go through and say, okay, this is this yarn and this is everything about the yarn, I'm going to go through, I made a little list of each individual factor. And we'll look at all the factors for all of them first, then we'll go on to the next factor. So the first thing I thought we'd look at was pricing. Okay, so, and I'm going to give you Australian dollars, which is what obviously I know. I'm going to give you British pound and UK dollars. And where they are actually on special, I'm going to be able to give you a price of a special that they are currently on, or the regular price. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm going to start from this end just purely because that's the order I've written them all down in, and it'll just be easier for me to follow. Now this is Four Seasons Marvel 8-ply. This is they're all DK weights, so that's DK, weight of 3, and DK, so 8-ply. 8-ply, DK, weight of 3. They are all the same plies or same weights or whatever you want to call them. So this one is an Australian one. It is Four Seasons Marvel 8-ply. They are all also 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces if you are in the US. This one is sold by Spotlight, which is a store here that pretty much does everything. They have, you can go in there to get curtains made. You can go in there to get a Halloween costume. You can go in there to pick fabrics, yarns. You can go in there to pick bedding, towels. It's really a mishmash of anything and everything you might need. But it also has a lot of crafty stuff. Glue guns. It'll have all your beads and all that sort of thing. It's got everything you could want, when you walk in there. So in that respect, I do believe it's like a Michael's in the US. I could be wrong. Or it's like a Joann's in the US. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing there. Okay, so this one, it has 57 colors available. Okay, there are 57 colors available. Obviously, not all necessarily are going to be available at the same time, but, these hairs. Pricing. Okay, let's start with the Australian. And I'm going to start with Australian, then US, and then go to the British. So, for Australian, it's currently on special at $3.15, which for the US dollars is $2.07, and in British pound, that's £1.60. So that's what the current special is. Normal cost of this yarn for the 100 grams is $4.50 Australian, which is $2.95 US and £2.29 British. Okay, so that's the pricing for that one. I think I'm right in saying, this is the cheapest, and you'll learn why as we go along. Now this one is a fairly newish one. This is Yarn Create, And as you can see, it's a double knit. And yeah, it's a very pretty yarn. It comes in 120 colors. So it comes in 120 colors, which isn't bad. Sorry, this one is only available at Spotlight in Australia. This one is available only, to my knowledge, at Wool Warehouse in the UK. The reason it's only available in the UK at Wool Warehouse is because it's actually specifically created for the Wool Warehouse. Now, normally the Wool Warehouse would sell all different varieties. In fact, I think they sell the other 3 here. They don't sell this one, but they will. I think you can get these 3 there if you need to. Okay. This one, as I say, 120 colors. It is in Australian dollars, it's currently on special. In Australian dollars, it's currently $3.46. Now, I am obviously using current conversion rates. They may change overnight, as we know it is possible. So these are current as of the 1st of November, because I'm doing my 2nd of November vlog early. Well, not that early, it's 10:30 p.m. So, you know, by the time I finish it, it'll be the 2nd. Anyway, so it's current for now. $3.46 on special in Australian. In the US dollars, that is $2.27 on special. And in Great Britain, that is £1.76. Now, that's the special price. The normal price is $4.43 for Australian dollars, $2.84 for US dollars, and £2.20 for the UK. And that's not a bad price. I mean, you know, for that yarn. Now, the next one is Stylecraft Special DK. This is also available at Wool Warehouse. It is available in other places. If I was to try and buy this elsewhere in Australia, the price I'm about to give you would be doubled easily, because they had to buy it in and then they sell it on. So it's really quite expensive if you buy it from a local supplier. If you get Wool Warehouse to deliver it, it's nowhere near as expensive, depending on how much you order. If you're only ordering one ball, well, you're probably better off going local. Anyway, this one, it has 160 colors. Like I say, it's only Wool Warehouse, and well, not only Wool Warehouse. Sorry, the prices I'm giving you are based on Wool Warehouse. They have a special on at the moment, which is $4.62 in Australian, $3.03 in US dollars. Let's put it up closer. Yep, and oh, it's not on special at the moment. What did I say? It's £2.35 in the UK, in British pounds. So yeah, it's not on special at the moment. Now it is £2.35. I have seen this being sold below £2 occasionally. That's when I usually try and buy it. But I have noticed with Wool Warehouse, they tend to, because they've now created their own yarn, this one tends to be on special more often. This price is less than the special DK, so it's almost, to my mind, they're trying to almost like push out special DK or force them to come down in price. Okay, that's 160 colors. I mean, and the colors are absolutely gorgeous. They are really bright and lovely. Okay, the next one. Now, this one is available at Sirdar, S-I-R-D-A-R. It's available in 99 colors. Okay, 99 colors. There is no special at the moment on Sadar site. I did not check for Wool Warehouse site if it was on special, but you can always check that yourself. Australian cost, normal price, $5.90 Australian. In the US, it's $3.87. And for the British pound, it's £3 even. But there are 99 colours, and it is a very soft yarn. Okay. Our last one is Scheepjes, or Scheepjes, whatever. However you want to say it. This one, I actually thought this one would be the most expensive, but it's not. The Bonus DK is the most expensive. But once again, checking different sites, you might get a better price. I'm just giving you the sites that I checked for the pricing. By all means, look around. I did not check on Amazon because Amazon is usually outrageously priced. Okay, so they have 93 colours available in this. The pricings I'm giving you are from, again, Wool Warehouse in the UK, only because I went to Scheepjes website and they didn't actually have any pricing for it. What they did is just have like a list of shops. You could click on shops to see where your local supplier is. And like I say, then the prices get pretty outrageous. Almost 10 Australian dollars for one ball of this yarn. Which, yeah, is crazy. I mean, I can buy this from Scheepjes for $5.80 Australian. Okay? And get it shipped. And it's still going to be less than the $10 Australian that I have seen it for at Australian suppliers. The US price is $3.81, and the current British pound cost is £2.95. Okay, so that is the pricing. So based on these pricing, this one was the cheapest. Let's have a look. 340. I should have put them in order. Then we go to, I think this one is, yep, the next cheapest. That's the next. Well, they are in order, but no, they're not. Then this is the next cheapest. And that was the most expensive of them. Okay, so where are they all made? Well, this is made in India for Spotlight, specifically. I think they're licensed to make it. So that is made in India. Yarnsmiths Create and Stylecraft DK are both made in Turkey, and they both meet the British standards. I could not find anything on any of the labels of any of these yarns stating that they had been tested or whatnot for chemicals and all the rest of it. But both of these yarns they meet the British standards, and both of them are made specific. Like this one is made licensed to Yarnsmiths. This one is made licensed to Stylecraft. The Bonus DK, I'll put that back in here. That is also Indian, made in India. Now, surprisingly, this one, which is almost the second most expensive, is Chinese. It's actually made in China. Now, apparently, Scheepjes were making it in Norway? Yeah, I think it's Norway. Until about 1997, and then it was bought up and shipped back over to China. So this one comes from China, this one and this one from India, and these two are from Turkey. In case that's a factor in you purchasing it. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Interestingly, I've actually put these in length order too. Okay. So how long are they? Well, this is the shortest length at 270 meters. That's 295 yards. 100 grams for each, obviously. 100 grams is 3.5 ounces. Okay. The Create is next longest at 290 meters or 317 yards. The Special DK is 295 meters and 322 yards. This one is, oh no, sorry, that one should be over here. This one is 280 meters. So we've got 270, 280, 290, 295. This is 280, which is 306 yards. And lastly, our Scheepjes is 300 meters. And I will get to that, why that's probably the case very shortly. Care instructions. Okay, well, they're all acrylic. 2 of them are anti-pill. The 2 that are anti-pill is the Special Craft DK and the Scheepjes. These are both anti-pill. The rest are not labeled as anti-pill. Although I'm not saying they're not anti-pill. I'm just saying that, you know, that they're not labeled as anti-pill. Okay, so the marble, they're all washable at the same temperature, which is 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 Fahrenheit. So they're all machine washable at 30 degrees. Drying is different though. This one must be laid flat to dry, and you cannot use an iron or put it in a tumble dryer. The Create, just going to put them back in order for myself to read. The Create is machine washable. It can be cool, dry, tumble dried, and you can also use a cool iron on it. The Special Craft DK, once again, is machine washable. It can be cool, tumble dried, and cool iron. Bonus DK can be machine washed at 30 degrees, as we discussed. Cool, tumble dry, no iron. So this one and this one, no iron. And this one can be tumble dried on cool. Finally, we have our Scheepjes, which is the same temperature, 30 degrees or 86 Fahrenheit. Can be washed in machine, cool dry, and cool iron as well. So, the only 2 that cannot be ironed are these 2. The rest are cool iron. The rest are machine wash. And these are also cool tumble dry. This one is cool tumble, but no iron. This one cannot be put in the dryer at all. And it must be laid flat. And as I say, only 2 are anti-pill. Okay, so that was the order they were in for that. Let's go back. Hook and needle size. Well, as you would expect, they are all the same. The Marble Create SK Special Craft. It's abbreviated to SSDK in the Yarny world. Bonus DK and the Scheepjes are all 4mm, which is a US 6 needle or an 8 UK needle. For crochet, all 4mm again. The US being a G and the UK being an 8. Tension squares. Now, this one, for a 10 by 10 square or 4 inch by 4 inch square, this one is 22 stitches over 30 rows. This one is 22 stitches over 28 rows. This one is 22 stitches over 30 rows, so it's the same as this one. This one is 22 stitches over 28 rows, so these two are the same, these two are the same. This one, vastly different. It is only 20 stitches over 24 rows. Now, this tells me that it must be therefore thinner than the others, or something. There's some reason why it's different. And if it is because it's thinner, that would explain why you are getting more meterage per 100 grams, because you're getting 300 meters in this one per 100 grams, whereas the rest, you know, were under 300 meters, between 270 and 290. Okay, so let's put them back in the order I think I had them in. Okay, so that's the tension. So the tension varies only very slightly. Now, I've got 5 yarns. So what I thought I would do is basically check them for softness and number them from 1 to 5. This softness scale I'm using does not include any other yarn that is not here. So what I decided to do was give one of them a 1 and one of them a 5. And because I'm just gauging the softness on what is present. So I'm not saying that it's, you know, like, okay, we'll start. The marble is pretty much a 1 or a 2. Now, that doesn't mean it's the worst for softness, by no means. In fact, when you work up the marble, I have noticed it softens up a lot. It does feel very stiff initially when you're sort of starting your project, and you know, but as you work with it, I do find it does soften up quite a bit, which is why I gave it a 2 in the end, not a 1. So, but that is the least soft of the ones here. That is the least soft. I've given the Create a 3 because it is a lot softer than the Marble. I gave the SSDK and the Bonus DK. I couldn't decide between the two of them. In fact, the Create is very close to these two as well. I mean, I could probably go 3.5 to 4 with that one, and these ones would be 4 on a scale of 4 out of 5 for just these 5 yarns here. This one is by far the softest, but it doesn't have any British standards labeled on it. It does not have any I don't know, it's OTEC or whatever, OETK or whatever, the thing that checks for toxicity and everything. But it is a very soft yarn, and that's why I've given it a 5. It is the softest by far. These are very close. I'd say this is closer than that one. So if I was to actually put these in order, these two would be almost level. This one and then this one. And this one is definitely the least soft. But this one is the cheapest. If I go back to my pricing, this one is by far the cheapest when it's on special. And even when it's not on special, it's, yeah, looking at the pricing again, it's really quite cheap. Actually, it's not as cheap as the Create on normal pricing. So normal pricing, this is $4.43. Normal pricing, this is $4.50. But who's going to quibble over 7 cents when the exchange rate could change tomorrow and the difference could be 20 cents? Who knows? So that is all of the factors. I think I have mentioned them all. Yep. I just want to make sure I've mentioned everything. So, which one would you buy? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to go for the Chinese one, the Turkey ones, or the Indian ones? Which one's in the... These two are Indian, these are Turkey, and this is Chinese. This is not the softest yarn, like I say, but there's just something about this, and it does come in a good variety of colours. Now that's the other thing, I think, which is quite sort of important. Let me look at the colours again. 160 colours for the Stylecraft. I mean, you're going to find a colour for almost any project you want at that. And then 120 for the Stylecraft, Yarnsmiths Create. That's pretty good as well. The rest are under 100. That's 99, that's 93, and this one's just 57. And not all the colours are always available in Australia with that one. So, that's my comparison. I'm not going to... Yeah, okay, I will pick a favourite. These two are my favourites. I had to pick two because I can't... If I'm buying yarn, acrylic yarn, I will go to Wool Warehouse, and the first thing I do is check the pricing on both of these. Because let's face it, most of it comes down to pricing. And the pricing is less than this one, which is available in Australia. And when you spread out the postage over the volume you order, it really becomes cheaper, or than this one. So yeah, these are the two I normally go to. Like I say, Wool Warehouse has been selling this one quite cheap just lately, because it is a new brand to them. They are introducing new Yarnsmiths all the time. Lots in DK, which is a weight of 3. They've got one called Elvis. They've got one called, I think, Play. They've got, they've got Cakes. They've got Variegateds. They've got all sorts. Stylecraft also has, they've got Baby. So Stylecraft. They've got Variegated. So it's with Yarnsmiths. So if you've never ordered from Wool Warehouse, it's worth looking at, because I select Royal Mail, which is I think it's £7.99, which for me is going to be about $15, $16. Well, if I go to my Spotlight, I have to spend $100 worth in Australian to get, was it 120 now, to get free postage. And if I don't, then the postage is around about the same, $15, $16. So for the same cost of postage, I can get a much softer yarn with a longer yardage, much broader color range, and all the rest of it. Having said that, I've not used this yet. I bought this for 2 reasons. I bought this for a project that specifically named this as the yarn to use. And I thought, okay, it's a bit more expensive than all the others, but I'm going to order it and use it for this project and see, if it might. So it might end up becoming my favorite. I do love that these two are no pill. That does help. This one, can get a bit fuzzy at times if you sort of making a big crocheted square with it. it can get a bit fuzzy at times. But I think I've probably waffled long enough and probably bored you all to tears. But, you know, these are yarns that most people are probably not even aware exist, or you're not aware of all of them. You might know of one or two, but not the others. So, there you go. That's it. Please let me know, what order would you put them in? You know, because, you know, based on length and where they're made and the variety of coloring and all the rest of it. I mean, you've only got my gauge for softness. I realize that. So, you know, that would be hard to sort of set, you know, use that in your collaborations. But I'd love to know what, or calculations, not collaborations. I'd love to know which one you would be most interested to try that you haven't already tried. Or if you have tried them, what do you think? Have I got it completely wrong? You know, are they not what I'm claiming in softness and whatnot? But yeah, so please like, subscribe. We'll definitely leave a comment because I really do need some feedback on what you think based on what I've said about these yarns. Okay, that's vlog number 2. Done. Signed, sealed, and soon to be delivered. Okay, have a great day. Take care, and I will catch you next time round. Bye for now.